Welcome to City View for your close-up view of the City of Columbia. I'm your host, Leshia Utsey. In our top story, Fire Chief Aubrey D. Jenkins announced a very historic moment not only for the Columbia Fire Department, but also the City of Columbia and Richland County. On August 1st, the Columbia Fire Department officially began using a Class 1 ISO rating for the City of Columbia and Class 2 for Richland County. This is very important for property owners because it means extra dollars in your pocket for insurance coverage. It is almost unknown for a city of our size or a county of this size to get a Class 1 or Class 2, showing that you have excellent fire service and protection.
I think today marks what I would call a historic moment in both City of Columbia and Richland County. As you know, a few months ago we talked about a new rating that we was going to be getting through the ISO rating. And today I'm proud to say that those ratings are kicking in today as of August 1st. So at this time, the City of Columbia is operating under a Class 1 rating, and the Richland County is operating under Class 2 rating.
And speaking of property and making sure that properties are up to par, the City of Columbia continues to work on the new rental housing ordinance and getting that information out to property owners. David Hatcher with the City of Columbia's Police Department and Code Enforcement Office, along with Councilman Sam Davis, tell us more about a recent community meeting that was held in Mr. Davis's district.
Tonight we're here to talk about the landlord, the residential rental ordinance that City Council passed back in April, which was effective July 1st. Today's goal is to educate landlords what that means and let them know what they need to do to get registered. There's rental properties all over the City of Columbia, but they're all kind of different range of types of rentals. In this area is probably more maybe low-income rentals, so that in itself creates a problem with properties that are not being maintained properly.
I think it'll help this area and other areas of the city where we know that we're having a challenge with property maintenance, responsibilities of the owners of the property, whether it's, in a lot of cases, owner-occupied as well, but rental properties in particular. It makes a difference in terms of the appearance. It makes a difference in terms of the attractiveness of a neighborhood or a given area. And it helps to really maintain property values, which is very important.
And we continue our trend of stories focused on home ownership and property. Home ownership is a solid foundation for any community. And recently, Wells Fargo officials joined Mayor Steve Benjamin to make a major financial announcement.
I'm delighted to be here to announce a terrific collaboration coming to our city that will benefit hundreds of families by helping them achieve affordable and sustainable home ownership. Like many communities across our great nation, Columbia and the Midlands area was impacted by one of the worst economic downturns in generations. And while we've seen some great improvement, there's still far too many of our citizens who have not yet been able to experience the benefits and joys of home ownership. To help bridge that gap of access to credit for affordable housing, I'm delighted to announce an innovative collaboration known as the Neighborhood Lift Program by Wells Fargo, NeighborWorks America, and Origin, which will offer home buyer education and down payment assistance grants.
And now we make a transition from home ownership to owning your own business. The Office of Business Opportunities continues to offer a series of workshops for entrepreneurs and business owners about ways to strengthen your business and move forward and take your business to the next level.
Today we attended a panel discussion entitled How to Grow Your Business, and there were many people in the room who are brand new to business, entrepreneurship, and startup. As a 12-year entrepreneur, I definitely will say that the information that the panelists shared was was monumental. It was very fundamental information, and they gave you everything from the beginning of you need to get an EIN number to all the way to how to fund your business, maybe looking at banks, credit unions, but also thinking outside of that box. When someone tells you no, if you want to be a business owner, you have to have the tenacity and the fortitude to keep going and find someone who will fund you, even if it means asking friends and families for money or going to non-traditional investors. I love the events that the Office of Business Opportunities put together. I think that they're very affordable to the community. Sometimes they're free, or if there is a cost, it's a very low cost. I actually participated in their 10-week business course several years ago. So I'm an alumni of that course, but I'm a big fan of the program, and I tell other entrepreneurs about it because there's no way that you can get this type of information for free. So I'm always encouraging people to come.
In another story, City of Columbia officials joined with Richland County and Richland County penny tax officials for the grand opening and ribbon cutting for the Vista Greenway tunnel.
This is a manifestation of the hard work and vision of so many people for so long. I know Tamika's going to reference some of the leadership of the Elmwood Park Neighborhood Association, those in the Arsenal Hill Neighborhood Association, the Vista, people who are an active part of our arts and cultural community, some dedicated city planners, and I dare say the best bicycle and pedestrian advisory committee you could ever have in any city in America. Neighborhood leaders, business leaders, design professionals, everyone coming together trying to make sure that we add value to what it means to quality of life here in Columbia, South Carolina, and this is a very big deal.
Every year, the City of Columbia celebrates National Night Out, and before the celebration in the neighborhoods, we always have a National Night Out kickoff. The kickoff ceremony this year was held at the Columbia Metropolitan Convention Center. City council members, our city manager, our deputy police chief, and fire chief all shared their thoughts on why this is a very necessary awareness campaign and neighborhood effort.
This is us coming together as family, as one large family, as a community, recognizing the fact that these brave men and women who wear the uniform provide the blanket of security and safety that we sleep under every single day. But it takes an entire community, it takes neighborhoods, it takes men and women, the entire city coming together to make sure we keep our city safe. It takes neighborhoods working together.
With everything that's going on in our nation, I continue to be amazed at the resiliency and the compassion that this community shows. The City of Columbia is one of the best communities to lead by example as far as I'm concerned, as we have all experienced lots of challenges over the last year. But you all show us every day how your willingness to work with our police officers means more to you than anything else, and we see that by your actions.
It's kind of a homecoming of sorts. Every year we can look forward to having a great National Night Out, not only kickoff, but National Night Out event that following Tuesday. This is, for us, is an opportunity for us to get back with some of those neighbors that we may not have seen in a while, or those that we see very often, to share a dialogue and talk about things that may be happening in your neighborhood or nationally if need be. And we'd like to do this to continue the relationships that we've built over the years for doing, National Night Out.
I think it's very important for us to participate. Certainly we are always glad to be a part of this. I think it shows unity between the police officers, firemen, the community, for all of us to get out together and try to bring an awareness to stamp out crime. I think it's very important for us to be involved in the National Night Out, because like I said, it gives us an opportunity to get out in the neighborhoods, to show support for our law enforcement, show support for the neighborhoods.
Well, as we promised, after the National Night kickoff comes National Night Out in the neighborhoods. The City of Columbia, along with neighborhood leaders, traveled to various communities to celebrate National Night Out and talk about ways to strengthen our partnerships for better public safety.
Well, you can probably hear the roar of police motorcycles in the background. This is the perfect opportunity to show the importance of community policing and neighborhoods working with our first responders and providing the safe and healthy environment we want all neighborhoods to enjoy. So that's why we're here. We're here to promote neighborhood safety, promote quality of life in all of Columbia's neighborhoods, and seeing great communities like the one right now we're in Irwood Park, seeing great communities come together, break bread, neighbors get to know each other and get to work with first responders and the neighborhood police officers. It's a great feeling, and I believe it's what makes Columbia a great place to live.
We're out here today to bring some of our neighbors together to celebrate, and we're always happy to observe safety and crime prevention. It's a good thing to get neighbors. Some of our neighbors are shut in, but some of them are out here today, and we don't see each other much sometimes, but it's nice to have that bond.
Well, National Night Out gives us a real opportunity for the family to come together in such a way that we understand the parameters of a safe city. We understand the parameters of community policing. So we've come together tonight, and we're excited about it.
Well, that wraps up this edition of City View. We thank you for watching as we give you an inside view of the city of Columbia. Make sure you stay tuned to City TV for all the latest news and information from the city of Columbia. Visit our website at columbiasc.net and follow us on our social media platforms.